Hey guys, I'm Heintje, and for this video I went to Halde Norddeutschland, or did I just go there to have some fun and now made a video out of it? Either way, let's roll the intro and start with the first run of the day, the scouting run. While I show my warm-up, let me get the formalities out of the way. This hill is near Moers in Germany. In case this video inspires you to go check it out yourself, I'll leave a link to Google Maps in the description. You might remember that I did a video about Halde Norddeutschland a couple of months ago. Well, Halde is the German word for landfill or stockpile. Artificial hills are ideal to make mountain bike trails on, and in an area known for its mining history, there are quite a few of them. This place has one main line with a few deviations. However, this main line can be split up into three parts. The top part is a table jump line, then the middle is a trail with different kind of features, and to finish it off, some sessionable jumps. I will address each section in detail later in the video, but first the subscribe speech. The last few weeks I've had a boom in new subscribers. Thank you very much to everyone who subscribed. But still, I'm a long way from my goal of getting to the magical 1000 subscribers, so if you haven't subscribed yet, please do, it would mean a lot to me. To mix things up a bit, let me start this time with the conclusion. Halde Norddeutschland is a great spot for jumping progression. No matter you are an absolute beginner or a very experienced jumper, you can increase your skills here. It offers a lot of table jumps from small to huge, and once you've mastered most of those, there are plenty of gap jumps to progress even further. You can ride a few enduro-like trails here, but they don't offer that much. This place is built for jumping. If you want to ride trails, there are simply better spots to go to. Now, let's start with the bottom section and work our way up the mountain. The main feature here is a huge table with multiple options. To the right there's a shorter jump, in the middle the biggest one, and the medium one is placed on the left. These are some really steep face jumps, great for performing tricks. However, to start, my goal is to clear the medium one, consistently. This table is obviously made for the biggest one, so the two side jumps have a bit of a twisting run-up. After a few tries, we figured you already have the setup for the side when dropping off the leading drop. With the run-up figured out, it was time to clear the jump, right? Well, apparently I still have commitment issues. I was getting close to nailing the jump. All I needed to do was not fucking brake every damn time. After we went back up to session some jumps over there, we got back here, and now I finally managed to nail the jump. Eventually. During the day we went back and forth between the top and bottom section, and even I could land this table pretty consistently now. Every time we got back to it, it took me a couple of tries to get back into it. The jumps at the top are not so steep, so you don't get that much height, meaning you don't need so much speed to clear them. When coming back to this jump, I needed a few tries to adjust the speed and pop. Another great feature in the bottom section is this jump set. Of course, let's start with a smaller one. And as always, let's do a run up first. Speed felt okay, the roots aren't going to be a problem, Let's go for it. The kid walking on the trail put me off. Even though he cleared the trail with plenty of time to spare, I didn't want to risk it on my first attempt. Second attempt. Easy, simple, clean. This might as well be the easiest jump they have around here. You barely have to do a thing. Just right off the lip. Literally all you have to do is point your front wheel down a bit to line up with the landing. By the way, if you don't, this might happen. Here yours lands real heavy, meaning his front wheel landed a few moments later, reducing the time to brake for the corner. I looked away for a second to see if Dinant went for the jump, and when I looked back, only a bike and no Joris. About the big one, honestly, I didn't consider that one this day. Even though the riding was going fine, I just wasn't confident this day, not feeling the urge to risk new big jumps. Something for another time and video. Same goes for the big option on the trick table, another time. Time to move up to the middle section. Most of it you've already seen in the warm-up run, and since we didn't session anything here, there's not that much progression to show. We did ride it a couple of times to get from the top to the bottom section however, every time going a bit bigger on the smaller features.
Met snelheid is je beter.
I'm sure I can do most of the gap jumps in this line, however, again, I wasn't feeling it this day. Landing on a narrow slippery trail just leaves so little room for error, but now the theme of this video is starting to be next time. Before I address the top section, let me show you a bit of a deviation in the middle part. This is supposed to be easier, and sure, it's not steep, nor does it have any features in it. Although the narrowness and lack of berms doesn't make it feel easy. Or maybe that's just because I try to maintain some flow. All that's left now is the top part of this hill. Unfortunately, I couldn't record all my runs. The batteries of my GoPro don't like the cold so much, so I had to be a bit selective with what to record. Therefore, I'll show the warm-up run again, while I break down the line. The first table doesn't run so well. The muddle before the lip costs too much speed. The next three tables are great though. A nice ice to have some flow, nothing crazy. Now you'll get to what used to be the starting ramp of the line. They made a lip here so you can use it as a hip jump to the left, or as a step up, I guess. I don't think it's reasonably possible to land this one in the landing, but I'm sure someone can prove me wrong on that statement. Next jump. On the left side it's a table, that doesn't work at all. The lip is so bad shaped that it's hard to get off the ground. On the right side, a gap jump. This one looks much better, but yeah, it's a gap. Now the jumps are getting bigger. For this table you need a lot more speed than for all the previous features. Followed up by a single, so do not jump this one, just carry speed for the next big table. To end the line, after a fast berm there's one more jump. A low but decently long table, at least on the left. On the right you have a gap jump. And to fuck with your mind, the gap option looks the same but is a meter longer. Oh. This one we sessioned a lot this day. First to get a nice clean jump over the table option. This might sound easy, but it's quite tricky. If you start at the top of the table and just let it roll, you'll be going too fast for the jump. This is even worse in a full run when you jump the table. After a lot of runs, landing the table got pretty easy, so I started thinking about the scary gap option, but every time the doubt won. In order to get more confident, we tried to clear the table with less speed. Use more technique and rely less on the perfect speed, although I overdid this, resulting in casing the table again. Not the confidence boost I needed, so I gave up on it and moved on. What's one more for the next time, right? Before I end the day and the video, we decided to do one more run. Because of previous mentioned reasons, I didn't record that one. Nonetheless, when rolling down the old start ramp, I decided to go for the gap halfway the jump line. But not recorded doesn't count, so now I had to do this line again. This jump feels so much better than the table option next to it, and I pretty much nailed it without excessive studying it beforehand. The two big tables went very well as well, so at this point I had to make a decision. This will be my last chance today to commit for the big gap. Do I finally dare it? After landing the table in the landing, I had plenty of speed, so I went for it. Not clean at all, but I made it to the landing. That's what counts. Looking back at it in slow motion, it gets clear what I need to improve. Out of fear of going too slow, I went in too fast, making me absorb the jump instead of really jumping. Cleaning this one up however, that's something for another time. For now, just enjoy the victory of my biggest gap jump so far and end the video. As always, I want to thank you very much for watching. Also, a huge shout out to Joris, Dinant and all the others for riding with me this day. I hope to see you back for my next video. In the meantime, have fun riding. Houdoe.